Alright, hey guys, we're back. Hole number 2 here. We are setting up for, and here you can see that I'm going to go with a Guardian for this shot. And I am going to recommend the Guardian. As long as you have it unlocked and it's at about a 2, you should be good to go. You'll use the accuracy number. For me, I'm right around 66, I believe, which puts me about 1.7 per ring for my ring adjustment. And you guys will, if you have a different accuracy than me, say you have to use Viper, I would really highly recommend not needing to use Viper for this hole because the more limited your backspin is. So unless your Viper really is starting to get up there, level 8, level 9, I would really try to stay away from it and just use, even if a Guardian, like I mentioned, even at a 2, as long as you have it unlocked. That's kind of what I would recommend for this rookie tournament, for this shot, is we'll try to go off that fairway. And in fact, we might use have to go up to a Quasar ball just to get a little bit of extra side spin. Here you can see we have a wind that's straight into the face. That's pretty nicely done overall. So you can see my opponent there just off to the side. But one of the things that I'll want is maybe just a little bit more side spin just to be able to get it over towards the hole. And as I mentioned, with that backspin, it really makes your life a little bit easier. So here you can kind of see where I'm trying to aim up towards, kind of land it up towards here, towards the hole, where I have it going up here towards the hole here. And 1.7 per ring, I'm looking up there, almost 3 rings up. It's kind of my intended zone, 2.5, 3 rings, somewhere in there. And aside from that, it's just going to kind of focus on perfect ball, no additional curl, and just hopefully let the hill just kind of take it towards the hole. So that's what you can see, and it just shoots off towards the side. So we can start to, tweak the spin a little bit, but just make sure that you keep that ball guide off towards the side. As you can see, I kept it to the left of the hole, and the ball actually winds up to the right. It's because it's into the face with the wind, and the wind's just kind of guiding it a little bit shorter and towards the right because, it's wind effect that's causing the ball to go over there. But there you can see we can make, a very easy chance to hopefully, either make it or get very close, especially with the speed. So if you can just focus on getting good speed there, it'll give you a very good opportunity to make it. And you can see early on with how critical that Guardian club can be, because that little bit of extra backspin, what was I using, maybe like 4.5, somewhere in there, 4.25 bars of backspin. When you can raise the backspin up a little bit higher, you can have a little bit more precision with the way that you go about shooting. And let's see what my opponent does here. Again, the Guardian is going to be a little bit more useful. It doesn't mean that it's going to be every time, because you still can pull this off. Let's see what my opponent tries to do. What I would do is I would try to maybe land right around there. Might need to go I would try to stay off of that and maybe curl it a little bit. That's what I would do. Keep in mind that it is going to fly a little bit extra downwind, so 5 rings here might not be enough. But let's just see how this looks, and there you can see that it does. And my opponent here did underplay the wind, so you can see it kind of shooting up towards the hole. Here you can see what we can do with the Guardian, especially with a side spin ball. So this is yet another reason which will help us. And you can see that we're right at max. Keeping in mind that at max we're going to over adjust. I'm almost looking at double the wind, for example. So instead of going 3.6, maybe I'm playing a 7 wind. So I'll use almost 4 rings here for my adjustment. Very, very close to 4 rings, which is about almost double the adjustment that I should be going. And you can see what I'm doing with my curl. Of course, I hit a great ball. It's not going to be the end of the world for this. Let's just see how this... it looks like it's going at the hole anyway. So even So I still maybe even under adjusted, even with 4 rings, playing it at a 7 wind. But you can see that that gave me a very good chance there. And, you know, it had a chance. It was going at the hole. And that's going to be probably very similar to what we see when we actually get to hole 6. But in any regard, you know, good luck with that second hole. And be on the lookout for hole 3 coming up, guys.